Hey guys, it's Angelus here, and I just wanted to give you guys a new video. It's about the PlayStation free games part 1, so this is the first half of the free games of the month. So basically though, the first game is Formal 8. It is free on PlayStation 4 and Vita, so it is kind of like a mobile game. Not really much of a storyline to it. Graphics are really basic. It was released back in 2014, so I mean it is a 3-year-old game. It was released on pretty much everything besides Android. Um, it's a $10 game right now. Steam, I believe, still has it 50% off. Honestly, I wouldn't download it unless it was free. Unless you just want, a mobile game to play on your Vita, to give your Vita some use. um, Pretty much I wouldn't recommend it. The graphics are pretty basic, 2D. The controls are simple to use, but that's about it. There is kind of some cool challenging objectives that might take you a couple times to get, but other than that, it's just a pretty simple, kind of brain-numbing game. Now next up is the Kung Fu Panda Showdown of Legendary Legends. So the name is cooler than the game. It is free on the PlayStation 4 right now. It was released back in 2015 on all consoles. It basically is your 2.5D fighting style game, kind of like Super Smash Brothers. Does have all the characters from the 3 different movies plus some of the little mini episodes that went along with Kung Fu Panda. Was developed by Vicious Cycle, published by Little Orbit. Pretty much though the controls are exactly the same as Super Smash Brothers, but like super basic. No like cool moves or anything like that. The game does have a single player and an online, and then it also has a versus mode, so you can play co-op together, against somebody at home. But basically, though, the tournament's just 10 rounds of going against random people. You can go online and fight against random people. The more people that you fight with, in the tournament, you unlock to play within versus. Other than that, though, honestly, the game's only cool if you're a big Kung Fu Panda fan, or like you're under 8. That's about it. It's a $20 game. I'd probably only pay 10. But now next up is the Darksiders II Deathinitive Edition. So basically, this is a remastered version of the Darksiders 2. Darksiders 2 was originally released back in 2012. This remastered edition was brought out in 2015 on next-gen consoles. It was developed by Vigil's Dark. Basically, though, it's got this awesome storyline of the 4 horsemen and how they were awesome fighters and killers and ruthless, and then how they basically destroyed humanity and then kind of had to come back from that and make up for that, destroying humanity kind of thing. Basically, though, the story involves Death and his mission to save humanity and bring them back, and in the process, save his brother War. So it's kind of cool seeing, Death, the one person that you would think of that would be, against humanity, actually fighting to bring humanity back. So it's kind of like a cool take on it. The game's cinematics is just, awesome, especially on next gen. Even when it was on the 360 and the PlayStation 3, the graphics were, good. They're just even more amazing on next gen. The fighting style is awesome. It's just a lot of slashing and destroying and ripping apart through the enemies. Just a lot of fighting. Most like any RPG game. Basically, though, the game, it's an RPG, so there's a loot system, so you can pick up, weapons, potions, armor, things like that. So, I mean, Death, he has a scythe, but you can also have, like, an axe or a hammer and use it as a secondary. But basically, though, the cutscenes pretty much make this, pretty much as good as it is. If it wasn't for the fact that it's a remake and they didn't really add a whole lot new to the game other than a few extra dungeons and some little minor DLCs, it would be a really amazing game. So that's basically it. Darksiders is an awesome game. But that's all the PlayStation free games for the first half of the month. If you enjoyed the video, definitely comment and like, subscribe, and I'll get more of these videos out to you.